Peter's Coal Mine. The house the three children and their mother moved into was on top of a hill. The very next day, the children went down the hill to the station. There was a wooden fence there, and the children climbed on top of it to watch the trains. They became excited when they saw one going past them. They walked around the station and saw a large heap of coal on one side in the station yard and a white line on the coaly wall. When the porter came out of his room, Peter asked,
"How do you do? What is that white mark on the coal for?"
The porter replied,
"It indicates how much coal there is in the heap. If anyone steals it, I will immediately come to know."
In June came 3 wet days and it became very cold. The 3 children went up to their mother's room and knocked on the door. "Well, what is it?"
"Mother, may I light a fire? I know how to do it."
"No, my dear, we mustn't light a fire in June as coal is very expensive. If you're cold, go and play in the attic. That'll warm you up."
"But mother, it takes very little coal to make a fire."
"It's more than we can afford, dear. Now run along, my darlings. I'm madly busy."
"Mother's always busy now."
Peter did not answer.
"I have an idea."
"What's that?"
"I shan't tell you, and the only reason why I won't tell you my idea is because it may be wrong, and I don't want to drag you both into it. If Mother asks where I am, say I'm playing at the mines."
2 days later, at twilight, Peter asked his sisters to come with him to the bottom of the hill.
"Come here with me and bring the Roman chariot."
They took the old pram with them. There, between some rocks, lay a heap of coal. The children carted the coal up the hill in the pram with great difficulty as it was so heavy. This ritual was followed for almost a week. One dreadful night, the station master was hiding in the shadow of a brake van. He waited till Peter had finished putting coal in his bag. Then he raised his arm and seized Peter's collar.
"So I've caught you at last, haven't I, you young thief?"
"I'm not a thief. I'm a coal miner."
"Tell that to the police."
"Oh no! Not the police station."
"Why, it's a regular gang. Are there any more with you?"
"Only us,"
said Bobby and Phyllis, coming out of the shadow of another truck. The station master loosened Peter's collar, struck a match and looked at them by its flickering light.
"Why, you are the children from the 3 chimneys up the hill, so nicely dressed too. Tell me now what made you do such a thing. Haven't you ever been to church or learned that it's wicked to steal?"
"I didn't think it was stealing. I was almost sure it wasn't. I thought if I took it from the outside part of the heap, perhaps it would have been stealing. But in the middle, I thought I could fairly count it only mining."
"Why did you do it?"
"You know that wet day? Well, Mother said we were too poor to have a fire. We always had fires when it was cold at our other house and—"
"Well, I'll look over it for now. But you remember, stealing is stealing, and what's mine isn't yours, whether you call it mining or whether you don't. Run along home."
"Do you mean you aren't going to do anything to us?"
"You are a dear. You are a darling."
"That's all right."
On this note, they parted and the children went back home.